Hello, everyone. This is Kiera from Poison. Thank you all for joining in. We have on the line Khori of Lovers and Killers. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How's everything going?
Everything going good. Just getting a little relaxing time before I go back out. I've been working on videos this whole weekend, so everything going good though.
That's cool. That's what's up. So, you started out here in St. Louis, right?
Yeah, I'm from St. Louis. I just moved to Chicago last year, so I've been here a year.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So, from a artist point of view, was it a good idea for you to move to Chicago from St. Louis?
I think it was just because St. Louis is home, and you got things going on, but it just seemed like a snow globe. It just stays contained in St. Louis. It really I don't know. Just for me knowing a lot of people who have done things in St. Louis, being tied in with all the camps, I see everybody making moves, but they really weren't going to the level that I wanted to go to. And I used to visit Chicago all the time and just see more opportunity. It was a bigger city. A lot more industry people came through Chicago. And I don't know, it just seemed like a better move. Plus, my guy who I was forming a band with, he was going to school up here, so it made more sense for us to be in the same city, push the music.
Right, that's cool. And the group that you formed was the Lovers and Killers, right?
Yeah, it's like a totally separate thing from my solo music, hip hop rock band.
Okay. So when did you get into hip hop and everything? When did you find your love for that genre of music?
I had to say when I was probably 10, 11. I always listened to music when I was young, riding around with my parents. They listened to Tupac and Big Pun and some of these old school rappers, Master P. I think it was when Hot Boys came out. Me and my cousins started trying to mimic them, dress like them, rapping over some of their instrumentals. Got a karaoke machine, started recording, and then probably about a year later, I found out my father had a record label and he was working with an artist, so he was basically like a manager, and he was straight pushing an artist, doing some big things. So I was like, I could rap, and then he kind of took me from there and held me out for a year, and it's kind of how it all started. This was between the ages of 11 to 13.
Okay, so you started kind of young.
Yeah.
Cool. So I had read that you had that you was on the Hip Hop Evolution, a reality show.
Yeah, that was that was an experience. It was nice. I think that was.
So how did you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You was gonna say how did I get involved in it?
Yeah, how did you get involved, and how did you feel when you found out that you was going to be on that show? Because a lot of people tried out for that show.
Right. I don't know. It was kind of random, really. Just a producer I worked with, Ian Colley. We did a bunch of songs together, and he was networking on. It was either Reverb Nation or some other site, and he ran into this guy who was kind of tied into the show and sent him some of my music. So then I'm not knowing none of this going on. He just hit me up. He's like, man, this guy, he interested in putting us on this TV show. It's gonna have DMC on it. I'm like, oh, word. But yeah, so my producer kind of got the plug and plugged me to the guy, and then it's a guy named Eddie Lemons. He was working with this label called IME Entertainment, and they just got me on the show, sent me a contract, told me what was going on. Probably about a month later, flew me down to Arizona, and I really wasn't tripping off of it until I actually got down there and seen DMC in the studio. I'm like, oh, this is real, some real shit. So after that, it was a dope experience. We was out there for a week. 9 of us recorded an album, shot got a lot of video footage, and yeah, I talked to DMC to this day. He's on the new Lovers and Killers project, so it was definitely a good experience.
That's what's up. That sounds like it was a good experience because, I mean, DMC, he's like this huge legend in the industry, so that's exciting right there.
Yeah, definitely.
So I want to talk about your song, Crabs in a Bucket. So what inspired that song? Because listening to it, like I understand the story behind it, but like what really inspired you to write that song?
What song is
that? Crabs in a Bucket.
Crabs in a Bucket. Oh, man, that song, it's kind of because, let me see, what inspired me to do that? Kind of being from St. Louis, being like I lived on kind of like both sides of the spectrum, like in the hood. I stayed in all the bad neighborhoods, coming up didn't have that much money. But on my mama's side, on my father's side, like shit, he was balling, like he had money. So I seen the bad things, I seen the good things. So I understood both kind of people. I understood the person who was struggling in the streets, couldn't have the hustle, sell dope to get by. And then, so that's kind of that was kind of the main thing that inspired it. Cause I say, how the hook go? Damn, man. Crabs in the bucket, we gonna get basically, yeah, because it's like, especially in St. Louis, it's like a crabs in the bucket mentality, and it's like I love it and I hate it because it's like everybody grinding, but it's still all this drama, and it's kind of like what I talked about in the first verse. It's kind of like my mother, my sisters, and how I'm just trying to do better for them. Second verse, I kind of went a little bit more on like how it is being black in America and how other races look at us like we just some hoodlums or whatever, but we just trying to get by for real. Like, it's hard. So we just trying to get money, crabs in the bucket. We gonna get it however we can. We not gonna be out here broken just finna die. Like, we gotta get money. So
right, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of people. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure like a lot of people can relate to this song because you do have like a lot of people out here in St. Louis who just like, man, they wish that they could do so much more, but then they feel like they can't because they feel like they don't have that motivation. So
yeah,
and I'm pretty sure like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm listening. I'm just.
Okay. So I also read that you have an upcoming album coming out, right? Pain and Fame.
Pain and Fame, that's right.
So when does the album actually come out, or do you guys have a set date? Or
I don't have a set date. I'm trying to put it out, like the end of September. I'm hoping for, because the project is done. I'm just kind of in the mixing and mastering stages. Been shooting videos for it, and I wanted to like just throw some videos out there before the project come out and then drop the project. So I'm looking at around the end of September, early October at the latest.
That's cool. You do it on my birthday, October 12th.
October 12th? Haha. Keep that date in mind.
So, like, so far, is there any song on there that like really influence you, like a favorite song on your album that's come out?
Oh man, that's hard. I mean, because it's I got so many just songs that mean so much on that album. Cause like, especially on the Pain side, like it's like, cause on the Pain side it's like real personal, just real down to earth stuff that anybody can relate to. Like the intro is called Kick Drums. Do a little singing on it. Like I started off like melodic singing a little bit, and then I kind of get into a piece of my story. And it's just all guitar and piano. There's no kick drum on it, no beat to it for real, just guitar and piano. And that song is really like 3 years old. Like I wrote it like 3 years ago, but I never put it out. So I mean that song is just always stuck with me. So that's one of them. And I got a song called Far Away. That's another like real personal song. And Who Are You? I kind of pre-released it a little bit, but that when I wrote "Who Are You," that song was I was reading books and into politics, so my mind was like on a whole different level, and I kind of like channeled into something. Like when I wrote it, I don't even remember writing it because I don't really write my music. I just come off the head and go in the booth and just kind of build up on it. But I don't even remember putting "Who Are You" together. I just remember hearing the beat, and then next thing I know, the song was done. So it was like a whole lot going on mentally when I came up with that song. So I mean, those three, like they definitely one of my tops. But there's more on them, more that I really like.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for that to come out because I know I will definitely be purchasing it.
I don't appreciate it.
No problem. So, what are like some of your goals? Like, what would you most likely wish to accomplish in the industry as a whole, as an artist? Like, how would you and what would you do to basically influence other people to, let them know that?
I would have to say my goals now, like, I'm hoping to, like, my current plans are to put my solo music out and create, like, a really big following, a buzz, kind of like on an independent level, and just take that to where it goes. I'm just trying to push the solo, like, have the videos and just create my buzz and get things going a little bit faster than they are now. And at the same time, do my Lovers and Killers, have the band, like, take that to, like, I want to take that overseas and make that more of, like, an international brand. And then I do songwriting, so I want to get into songwriting, get some more placements, because I had some stuff in the movie. I got some stuff written for other artists, but I kind of just want to build that to where I can just have a stable income. I mean, I do it for the love, but I do it for the money, because more money, more time, I could be doing what I love, kind of thing. So if I can just put my music out there where I can support myself off my music, I can strictly do music, and then from there, I would like to, like, I got other artists, I work in the studio engineering as well, so I see artists come through every day that I'm like, damn, they dope, like, man, if they did this, then, or if they just had somebody to tell them a little bit more what to do, then they could be doing something. So, I mean, I want to help other artists and put other artists out, so.
Right.
Yeah, that's my goals now. Just get myself stable. Maybe start a business, help my fam out, get some things going, and then eventually sit back and work on other artists.
That's cool. I'm pretty sure you're going to do great things with that because from what I've heard and everything, you are like an awesome artist. And you have great producers. You have, like, a great support team behind you. And besides the album, like, what's up next for you? Like, what do you have coming up next?
Coming up next, I got a few things. Cause I just recently was in Europe networking, did a show with this woman named Brenda Edwards. So I'm on her album, and she has a pretty big name over there. She did, like, the Chicago stage play. She's on a stage play right now called We Will Rock You. The producers is Danny DeVito and Queen. So she got a pretty big name. So me being on her album, it kind of put me over into that market. So I'm trying to play off of that, kind of build a relationship with Europe. And just recently came upon this show on MTV called, I think it's going to be called Time's Up. Kind of just a reality show, but my music kind of tied into it. And I don't know, you never know with these MTV shows because they always they reality shows and they kind of twist the plot and all this stuff. But I filmed for it a little bit, but they say it's projected to have 27 million viewers, so it'll definitely give me some more exposure. And other than that, I mean, the MTV thing, kind of trying to get over to Europe, and I'm always networking, so I'm trying to just get more shows, maybe start touring, and then I don't really know. I mean, something could come up next week that's going to be just as big as the MTV thing. It just seems how things tend to work with me, really. So something's going to be happening soon.
Well, I thank you so much for taking the time out and talking with me, and I really enjoyed this. This is a good experience for me, so I really thank you for this.
No problem, Sha. I appreciate your interest.
Oh, no problem. And you have a good one.